I said last night to the people who were here last night about this time of the evening, I'm not surprised by the love and generosity in this room. Because I've been to Dublin before and I know who you are. When I was very young, I mean really, really young, I was driving from Queen's University in the north to a pub in Cork. And it meant driving, oh, you were there? You hardly look old enough. And it meant driving all through the night. So there I was, driving all through the night in a Zephyr 4 with 3 sleeping Pink Floyds and a couple of roadies in the back. This is a short story, but I'm going to tell it because it meant a great deal to me at the time. So it's blinding rain, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving through some small village somewhere south of the border in the Republic, and I see this light swinging in the middle of the road, and I think, fuck me, no. But it was yes, there he was. It was a Gardaí in a poncho and his flat hat and everything. So I pull over to the side of the road, and he comes round and he shines his light at all these dead bodies in the car and into my face. And he says to me, "Sure you were going ahead of a lick?" And I'm thinking, well, he's right, I was. He says, "Can I ask you a question, young fella?" And I thought, and I went, "Well, yeah, it's pouring with rain, it's like cats and dogs, you know." I said, "Yeah, of course." And he said, "At the speed you were going, what would have happened if a child or a drunk person had stepped into the street?" And I thought, fuck me, what a great country, where the cops care just as much about drunk people as they do about children. It's fucking amazing. So anyway, and he just said, you know, "Mind how you go, young fella," and just went me off. Anyway, I'd like to introduce the band. Lead guitar over there, Dave Kilminster. Just behind Dave, playing that very soulful Hammond B3 and piano and other synthesizers, Mr. Bo Costa. Okay, next to Bo, very old friend of mine. We've been colleagues for many, many years, on and off. Also playing keyboards and guitars, and that great slide guitar as well. John Karen. Then over here, down this end, stage left, 3 guys. We made a record together a couple of years ago. It's called "Is This the Life We Really Want?" And it was, well, thank you, Adam. Now, I know people know the record because I can see your lips moving when you're singing along to it, and it's great. I'm happy about that. Anyway, we had great fun making the record, and they agreed to come on the road, and I'm so glad they did. They are great musicians, all of them. The tall one here, holding the bass, but playing bass and guitars. Great musician, Gus Seifert. Next to Gus, playing the drums, the legendary Joey Waronker. front of Joey, it's my contention that every rock and roll band should have at least one hippie, and we've got at least one. There he is. He's singing lead vocals, all David's old parts and a lot of the new ones. Playing lead guitar from Southern California, Mr. Peace and Love, Jonathan Wilson. Every band should also have at least one Scottish person in it. And we do. Another very, very old friend of mine. Playing tenor saxophone, ladies and gentlemen, free north of the border, Mr. Ian Ritchie. Okay, and here. From the band, Lucius, the adorable, beautiful, and enormously talented Jess Wolfe and Holly Lessing. Okay, we'll get on in a minute, but first. Well, it's written on a piece of paper, so I'll just read it. It's only one sheet of 3, but this one says it all. In Ireland, 2 weeks from today, on July 11th, the Shannon will vote on Senator Francis Black's Occupied Territories Bill 2018. Okay, so Francis Black I haven't met, but I might even meet him later tonight. We'll see. I hope so.
It's a she!
Okay, this bill, his bill, if passed, which is why it's so important, all those of us who are like-minded on these issues, make sure that we write letters or make telephone calls to all representatives. This bill will ensure that goods produced in settlements which Israel has built on land it has stolen from the Palestinian people will no longer be sold in Ireland. So Francis, good on you, mate.
Yeah, but